I, Bhavya Grover, is going to give my presentation on the topic body posture and body orientation is important while appearing for an interview. Here are some tips to help you send the right message with your body language during a job interview. Watch your body language. Body language is especially meaningful in an interview as your interviewer will be paying as much attention to non-verbal cues as to what you have to say. You want to avoid nervous or bored body language like repeatedly crossing and uncrossing your legs or arms, fiddling your hairs or clothes, continuously touching your face, scratching your head. Particularly avoid anything your interviewer might find annoying like playing with a button or a pen. Constant or bold gestures is also to be avoided since some of these mannerisms are often triggered to be by nervousness. Solid interview preparation and rehearsal may help you to feel more relaxed. On the other hand, some body language shows you are engaged in the interview. Shake hands the proper way. One of the first thing you will probably do in an interview is shake hands with your interviewer. The shake hand is a simple symbol of introduction, a polite way to acknowledge the other person. Hiring manager says that while a limp handshake won't necessarily destroy an interview. It can cause one to start off on a bad note. The same goes for a sooty palm. To elevate the latter problem, keep your hands open, not belt into fists. Prior to your interview, this will reduce perceptions. Put an handkerchief or a tissue in pockets. Just in case, also remember that while a handshake is bad, a bone breaking handshake isn't much better. Clasp your interviewer hand firmly and confidently, but don't overdo it. Maintain eye contact. Lack of eye contact during an interview can lead an interviewer to think that you are shy, disinterested, or dishonest. For some technical positions, especially for programs, there is a stereotype that people are shy and awkward around others. Being able to comfortably maintain eye contact helps you to go against the stereotype. However, shifting your eyes to and from the interviewer face can also send the wrong message. It's no wonder shifty eyes is a team term used to describe the character who is insincere, while you don't want to stare at your interviewer at the point of making him or her uncomfortable. To maintain eye contact as much as seems appropriate. If you are speaking to more than one interviewer, you can shift your gaze between them. But do be sure to look at each interviewer in the eye for at least a couple of seconds. Direct your answers to all of the people in the room. Simply smile when you mean it. Smiling, the universal sign of happiness, is a great way to convince your interviewer that you are genuinely pleased to be there. On the other hand, an oversized or an artificial grin used too often during an interview will lead to be opposite result. Your interviewer will know you are forcing yourself to act a certain way. When a person is sincerely amused, a part of the brain called the basal ganglia is activated, leading to the unconsciously contracting of certain facial muscles. A forced smile, however, uses a different group of muscles, which is why it's generally easy to recognize a person who is legitimately pleased versus one who is only pretending to be. During an interview, be sure to smile but when you mean it. It's infinitely better to smile occasionally but earnestly than a smirk constantly for no reason at all. Be mindful of personal space. Individual cultures and even individual people have different interpretations of what constitutes an appropriate amount of personal space. While one person might feel at ease speaking in only inches from someone's face, another might need several feet of separations. When facing your interviewer, be mindful of how close you stand and sit. Try to maintain a distance of about 3 feet. Communicating at a closer range may cause your interviewer to feel uncomfortable. On the other hand, sitting or standing too far away is also impolite. When appropriate, mimic your interviewer's body language cues. Why body language is so important in job interviews? Some of the hardest part of job interview is not remembering what to say, but making sure your body is saying it too. It's easier to control the words coming out of your mouth than what your body is communicating. An often cited study from the late 60s states that 55% of communication is body language, 38% is tone of voice, and 7% is the actual word spoken. Although this breakdown might not be exact, it does emphasize the power of nonverbal communications. Thank you.